Guys, check it out in 2 minutes. This is the start of a new year. I'm gonna make some money this year. Pretty sure. 50K challenge from MavenTrading.com given away for the best New Year's resolution questions. All right, right on, guys. Oh my God, look at that hair, hey? It's almost as crazy as your hair,
Yeah.
hey? My video might be lagging. One sec.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lower the quality here. Okay. Maven headquarters can't quite afford 1080p, it seems like. Okay, guys. We're back. Nice little break there. Hopefully, people kind of thought and reflected over the break on what they were doing in 2025. And hopefully, we can make 2026 the year that y'all get funded, y'all get a payout.
Yes,
And then
sir.
you can put that into Bitcoin, hopefully, because Bitcoin is a nice price.
Yeah.
And markets are currently dumping a little bit. Today, we're just going to discuss a little bit markets. We might take a live trade here. I can see Nasdaq is doing a nice little pullback here right now. But yeah, best question. We're going to keep an eye on the chat here about New Year's sort of resolutions, 50K Maven challenge. And James, have you done any trading yet today?
I have not, but I was wary of the longs. I wanted a short back up at those highs, but unfortunately missed it.
Yeah, on the Nasdaq.
So yeah, on the Nasdaq. Yeah, I see Tesla's down 4%. The video was rolling over, so I did like the shorts, but kind of just hesitated and then didn't like the price. So
yeah, let me make this a little bit bigger. I think that'll be bigger. Okay, cool. Let's look at the chart here right now. See what's actually going on. Yesterday I had drawn out on my stream that we had kind of this target of these highs here, and they might have just kind of front run that high from the previous sort of massive dump there, right? And basically what I was looking at is once we kind of regained this zone, I figured we're going to be coming to this high, and then you've got this failure to lose that level too, continuation to the upside, right? So we have this massive green or orange candle, whatever you want to call it here, and that it probably actually a decent zone to be looking for, buys off of here, right? You don't want to get below that sort of area here, right? So we could, if you want, we could look for just a long right here. And maybe we'll wait to see a nice close.
yeah,
That is a pretty decent close. So they could come back up here. You could take a little scalp if you wanted to. What do you think? What do you think right on that? I'm just trying to be eager on this just in case this is the move here.
yeah, I can definitely see that level being being respected. I just don't like how Nvidia is starting to roll over, and we are. I mean, Tesla's down 4%. Normally, when Tesla and Nvidia are trading in the red, we don't get
Oh,
a nice follow through. But look at that. Yeah.
yeah. Nvidia's got this gap fill.
Yeah.
Tesla totally trading in that's an interesting
It
perspective
is, bro.
that you've got.
Yeah.
That you look at individual stocks to
I do
determine
like.
this.
Yeah, because I do trade a little bit of individual stocks like your Tesla, Nvidia. I'm sometimes do trade like Palantir and AMD.
Yeah.
But I do look at them. But I'll try to keep it simple. I can definitely see the zone being respected. I just don't like how we. I'd have to see some form of like engulfing bar, that type of thing. I know you look for kind of like the same, right? Like
Yeah,
just
some sort of reaction, a reaction with
a
with a
reaction.
nice little wick there on the bottom. We do have a gap here in the market open as well. Sometimes they like to fill those gaps and a much larger gap down here. I did really want to get a buy in these gaps to re-add.
Sure.
Overall, I am relatively bullish because if you're looking at these higher time frames, you've
Yeah.
got a couple weeks ago here this really large wicking candle here right off that base, a pass through level here, right? So in my opinion, we're coming for these all-time highs once again. And this might just be kind of an interest sort of range in between. Let me put this back on electronic hours.
Sure.
So let's just see.
Do you mostly use extended hours yourself?
Mostly extended. I've been playing around with the real-time hours as well.
Sure.
Just because it gives you really accurate levels. The reality is anyone watching at home is, large institutions are not allowed to trade off hours.
Yeah.
Don't necessarily quote me on that, but there's something to do with, if you're trading so much volume or if you're certain entity, you're not allowed to do those overnight hours. So
Sure.
the actual chart that these big guys are using is this chart, right? You don't get all that price action in the London and Asia section. So all they're
Fair.
going off of is this, right? So I try to align with the big guys, right? And if
Yeah.
the big guys are doing this, then why am I not doing this as well, right?
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So this is going to close in about a minute or so. I think it might be a decent little long here. Now I don't have my trading terminal set up right now, but we could put this just as an idea to shoot for these highs, because this was an idea that I had there. So maybe we'll go like this and shoot for a 2-to-1 sort of thing, and just make sure we're not going to get too low here, right?
Sure. Have you been still doing some of that swing trading that you've been
Yeah,
doing all those months?
I left some trades leave over the Christmas break.
Okay.
Copper is one of the good ones. With everything pumping in the metal sector, copper is a beautiful trade
Mm.
that I got in probably I guess last month, but down here, and it's just gone straight up as well. We're looking for a breakout here before it just absolutely rips. Now, the thing with copper is there's a little bit of a shortage right now. So the great thing with swing trading is you can trade the world. I mean, by that, I mean
Yeah.
you trade like the global economic side of the world, right? And if copper has a shortage, well, it's supply and demand. You guys like trading at supply and demand at home, right? But it's not this kind of supply and demand.
Sure.
It's a real supply and demand. So if silver's just kind of pumped too, right? Silver's gone on this crazy spree. I'm looking at, imagine this is, copper right here, and we're just about to break out from this range, and we do something similar to silver. Well, this could be an epic move throughout 2026 for copper if you wanted to get 100% swing on that.
Are you trading those as what type of contracts are you trading them? Are you trading them face value or?
I buy, it's just a little dinky trade here, but I'm buying copper stocks.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah.
and I don't have too much invested, but we play around with it anyways, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much you're trading with as long as you're trading well, right?
Sure. Yeah, I'd be interested also what the guys that are watching here on our podcast, because we've been doing this for like 6 months, 7 months now, Hunter. I'll be interested to see what the chat wants to see more of in
Oh,
2026.
oh yeah. This podcast has been going on since early 2020. This has been 2 years we've been doing this
Oh
podcast.
wow, yeah,
We
yeah.
started
So
it in Spaces though on X. It was the
okay,
non-visual thing where we were discussing the state of the game, right? The
yeah,
state of the
prop firm space
prop
and
firm space, yeah.
yeah,
And it was much more hectic back then, and we would jump on at all sorts of hours, and because things would just pop up randomly. But
yeah. Is there anything exciting coming Maven's way in 2026? Any plans that you got in the works or anything like that?
yeah, there is a super exciting project that we've been working on. Unfortunately, just like with everything, I cannot
Yeah,
say anything.
sure. keep
other
them keep them waiting.
other than a super exciting project that's gonna it's I think it's the next trend in the industry.
Okay,
And we're looking at doing something a little bit differently with it too. So,
sure.
guys,
I
all
like
ears
that.
on Maven here, because something interesting can happen. And
Yeah, I like that. I like it. You got to keep them. You got to keep them entertained, bro. You can't tell them all your secrets.
there's been a project we've been working on for over a year now,
Oh wow.
and
Okay.
it's a big project. So, here's
Maven broker.
yeah, not quite that. I think, well, I think why would we want to go back in time, and broker days
Sure.
are dying,
Do you
you
have
know?
any? Do you have any travel plans? Because I know last year you went to like that Cyprus event. Do you have any travel plans? Your guys' side this year, and then you weren't you? Yeah, you were in there for like 3 months, weren't you?
Yeah, man. Well, I was thinking Japan. Actually, Japan,
Okay. One of my friends just went to Japan. Actually, he loved it.
yeah. It's a dirt cheap flight.
You Oh, really? But it's
Yeah.
a lot. How long is the flight from Canada?
Like 12 hours, I think 10 hours.
Okay, it's not too bad.
I
Yeah,
mean, that's
I'm in the
pretty bad,
States.
dude. It's a pretty
I'm in
bad
the
flight.
States next year.
Sorry?
I'll be in the States in May this year.
Yeah, which state?
Florida and New York.
Okay, you're going to the big ones. Are
Yeah.
you going on podcasts in Miami or what?
No, we're doing an event where I'm speaking at, so that'll be quite cool. And then, just visiting some friends and just relaxing. I'm gonna go see Disney World, bro. So with my son. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, this might be a controversial sort of thing. If anyone listening online, don't get mad at me. But, bro, I fear for your life if you go to Disney World.
What?
So I don't know. You're gonna have to look into this on your own. I don't know if I'm supposed to be controversial on this podcast.
Tell me.
But I seen something somewhere that after the Charlie Kirk shooting, seen Israel had been searching for shootings
Yes.
or Charlie Kirk's death before he actually died on Google Analytics.
Yeah.
There's a trend in Disneyland bombings being searched.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, same exact trend.
Wow. Making me scared,
maybe fact check me on that. I don't know if somebody's messing with me.
Sure.
I would prefer you not to be bombed.
Yeah, I prefer to. You prefer to have me come back on the podcast on a Tuesday.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna have to find somebody to replace you, and that makes my life harder.
No, sure. That's interesting, actually.
Yeah, Disneyland stock could be a great buy then. Hey, everything comes down to trading after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder. A lot of these questions are just crazy long, dude. How can a trader build long-term consistency by prioritizing discipline and risk management over chasing profits in the new year? Yeah, that's a good question, actually. So if you're looking at building consistency over the profits, bro, you have to do exactly that. Is don't look to make money. In 2026, we're not trying to make money. We're trying to trade properly, right? We're trying to be a consistent person. So what is here? This is actually a really interesting thought I had over the holidays. Okay. And this might actually help some people. Right. I went to the spa, right? I went to a resort spa, a few days, hot tubs, saunas, all this jazz, right? And I'm standing there at the side of the pool. And I'm like, I'm thinking I'm top shit. Like I go to the spa now, right? I'm a spa guy, right? Like I have this peace. I'm better than all these people, sort of thing, right? Like I'm feeling good, right?
Sure.
And I was like thinking, what is a spa guy? Like who is somebody that goes to the spa, right? And that sort of mentality of me identifying as somebody who goes to the spa, like maybe I go to the spa once a month, right? Maybe it's not nothing too crazy, just a nice hot plunge or whatever, right?
Okay.
But if I identify as somebody who goes to the spa, what do I do on Friday night? Do I go out to the club drinking and getting a fool of myself, and then wake up Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all hungover and slower to the charts, lose money, right? No, a spa guy doesn't do that. He reads on a Friday night, right? Sure. He has maybe a glass of kombucha instead of a glass of wine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's an interesting reflection is like, if you identify with a different character than you actually are, right? Like the question that Flex asked here is, how do we build long-term consistency and discipline over chasing profits? Well, maybe the whole goal is to change who you identify with, not being a trader, but rather be somebody who is disciplined, right?
Yeah, it's the same as didn't we have my guy that came on and said that was kind of what he was alluding to, saying like, okay, well, if you identify as a runner, it's not like I want to do a marathon. It's like I identify as a runner, so you run, not I want to finish a marathon.
Yeah, it's all under the same aspiration of we don't want the goal. Because if you chase the goal, you'll get the goal and then you'll slap.
And then you're done. Yeah.
Right. So everyone watching at home, what a beautiful question by Flex here. I actually really like that one. Unless somebody's got a better question, I'm gonna be saving that one right now, because that's a great question. Okay, cool. So sorry, what was I saying? Is
Don't be someone that chases the goal.
yeah, if your goal in 2026 is to get a payout, well, great, you're gonna get a payout. Like let's be real, you're gonna get a payout, but then you're gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, exactly. I've
Because
seen that so many times, bro.
because now you got your dopamine kick, right?
Yep.
You got that reward. Boom, I'm hot shit. You know, I went to the spa one time. Now I can go be a delinquent again, right?
Yeah.
You know, but
Yeah, it's the same as like I'm a trader, so I trade. No, I'm a disciplined trader, so I take my setups, you know.
yeah, yeah. I'm a trader. I'm a trader who looks for opportunities in the market. Guys, ooh, nice. It's pumping up. Little bit of a kickback there, right there.
Yeah, a little bit of a kickback there. Yeah.
We we got that 15-minute close. I think that's going for highs here. I should have been able to wish I could have taken an actual trade here and made a little bit of money, but we'll let it run. That is the trade idea there. So hopefully people watching make some money and then they go buy a Maven account or pass their
Yeah. Or they're taking it on their Maven account.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully a couple of people pass with this trade right here. Give them a little bit of jazz. I got a really interesting chart for you here. It's a Bitcoin over BTC chart. Did you see right here?
Let's have a look.
Bitcoin over BTC. This thing is about to break out. Now, let me warn you, this thing's amazing. I've never looked at Bitcoin over BTC before. Look at this. Absolutely.
Dude, that looks like a barcode, bro.
Check.
Yep, there you go. Did you lag out?
Oh, wow. Wow. We should not be looking at that chart.
Yeah. Did I lag out or did you lag out, bro?
My power just shut off.
Shit. Yeah.
We're having
I was gonna say, bro, because South Africa, it's normally the South Africans that have the internet issues.
Yeah, no, it's okay, cool. I'm just making sure we're still live. Looks like we're good. Wow. So if that happens again, it does happen here in Canada. It's actually a snowstorm outside right now. If it happens again, we'll have to wrap up the stream. But I do have one guy that we've had a nice question from. Let me just gather our bearings again.
Yeah.
And then we'll look at Bitcoin here. Okay. How about we look at Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Where's my freaking
actually, so just while you're saying that, I'm thinking of taking a short here on the Nasdaq with a stop at the high. I'm liking the rejection back down personally.
Yeah, let's pull up the chart again. Do you have your chart available that we can
let me show my chart.
Yeah. We could do two opposite trades and see who's kind of right.
Yeah. Someone will win.
Okay, let's show yours there.
Yeah.
And then if I do cut out, then just because that's how it goes when you're living in rural Canada.
Dude, that's crazy that you're in a snowstorm. It's like 35 degrees Celsius here in South Africa today. Wow.
I mean, it's not really a snowstorm, but it's where the water starts to freeze, so it's super heavy rain. You know what I mean? So there's slush all over the ground, and it hits power lines, and you know the power goes out for a day occasionally, and you know I should probably buy a generator.
So I've just taken a short here, Hunter, in at 675. We just are respecting that New York session VWAP. So I love my VWAP, and there's the opening range. We can let me turn off the daily. This is the daily view app at the moment. Where's that there? So let me turn that off. This is the New York Open view app. I've got extended market hours on, but I like how we shove down. We're trying to get higher now. I'm looking for opening range lows. That would be down at 6 or 8 on this.
Yeah, I could see that. If we get another 5-minute bearish close,
yes,
back within like a structure sort of break, I'd be keen on agreeing with you there, right? If this continues down a little bit and we see a close, I don't know if you see that your candles are a bit
yeah, I got the black candles
all black, right? But you know, if we close back below the structure, then I think we shoot for the new lows, right? And then it would go
which structure? Bring up your chart. Which structure? What level are you talking at? Be interested. This is what I love about trading, bro. There's so many different ways to view things.
So, something I've been playing around with.
Dude, I must say, sorry, just to interrupt you. I must say, I love your reels, bro, on the trading strategies, trend lines.
Oh, the trend lines. Yeah, that one. That one. I haven't even checked how many views, but
dude, it's funny shit, bro.
Yeah, I posted that one midday yesterday, and I think when I went to bed, it was like 50,000 views, which was pretty crazy. I was like, wow, this
I need to actually make videos.
I think this is the trick, is just troll and bait everything.
Troll, bro. That people love. You can teach people how to trade, or you can just troll, and people watch the trolling videos.
Yeah, I find it funny. You know, the best way to get good content is to make people argue with each other in the comments.
Yes,
right.
Yeah,
you don't even need to argue with them. You just post an idea, and then people fight amongst themselves.
Dude, I must say, like, I don't really have time for all that, but it makes funny content, and people love it. So
yeah, a lot of people laughing at that one. Anyways, so what I'm looking at here is you've got this little, you know, the ICT terms. I think this is called a breaker block, right? And if we close back within this, you know, usually what that means is we're going to come down for these new lows, which for you, that market open would be a very close target. And, you know, we love to target that market open. So I would agree with you on that short if we close back within there. But if it continues up, then I'll keep in that long. And it would be exactly this. You know, I've been playing around, and this would be a really awesome R setup, right? You'd have pretty low risk there. I've been playing around with this idea of, you know, if you know, we're in a downtrend, we then break the structure to the upside and then come back to the downside, right? It'll usually target the next low. This is kind of like a fake out, and you know, it's essentially the exact same thing as a wick, right? Like if you look at the 15-minute here, it's a wick, right? It's just kind of all in a couple candles instead. So to me, it's the same thing as, you know, these failures. This is a failure, right? To make a new low. And if this closes back within here, okay, it's a failure to make a new high. It's just slower paced, right? So it should still come to the other side, which the same thing happened here, right? Came for new highs, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just seeing, as I said, like I'm looking at some of the stocks, like Tesla's down 4.5%. The only stocks that are green today from the open is Nvidia and Amazon. Yeah,
the thing with Nvidia is it carries like 30% of the market.
Correct. Yeah.
I'm not sure how much Tesla carries, but it should be a pretty decent amount.
Should be a big chunk as well. Yeah.
I wonder why Tesla is really plummeting right now. Cool. Takes on, and then we'll check a couple questions here too. Takes on Maduro. You know Maduro?
Yeah, the Venezuelan president.
Yeah. Any opinions on that guy right there?
Bro, to be honest, I must admit, I didn't even know who he was until I saw it in the news.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a given with everything.
Yeah.
You don't really know anything going on in the world until, you know, Fox makes it known or whatever it is, or
public,
Trump makes it known or something.
Agreed. The thing I did find out is that Venezuela does have more. This was crazy to me. More oil than Saudi Arabia, bro.
Oh yeah,
that's cool.
So story. about Venezuela for anyone watching at home
Sure.
if they don't know. Venezuela used to be a super prosperous, rich country,
Really?
and their gas and oil used to be like, I guess what's the word here? Public, like company. People could start a company and then sell oil, right? It was a capitalist sort of country, right? And then Maduro came in and he faked the election. He lost super
Oh.
bad and then basically said, no, 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 I won, right? And gaslit everyone and then took power, right?
Oh, wow.
He then took all the oil reserves and closed down all the companies from selling their own oil. So it was a completely centralized body under the government.
Interesting.
From there, it's completely stopped all of their
They're like
GDP growth.
competition,
Right?
basically.
Yeah. So when you centralize something, there's no competition. Nobody's making any money. It's only the government, and all of their net worth was all their GDP was basically around oil. So now the public doesn't have any money, right? And then he siphons it out little bit, right?
Sure.
Yeah, at the end of the straw, siphoning out gasoline, right? How do you
That's crazy because as I said, like I never knew about it until I saw it on the news.
Yeah. So Venezuela is they're so happy about this right now.
Yeah, I saw them in the streets cheering, bro. Jeez.
Yeah. Now, I heard a little conspiracy theory that I actually rather love. Have you ever heard of a dictator getting captured so quickly? It was like 45 minutes.
No, I haven't heard of that. Yeah, it was wild, dude. It was like literally a day.
And nobody died. Okay. So the theory is that Trump gave him a call and he's like, hey, I'm going to be coming in there and killing you. And
Sure.
he's like, please don't do that, right? I'd love you not to do that, okay?
Yeah.
I'm sure this how the phone call went as they're
as he
pajamas eating popcorn. They're like, please don't do that, Trump. How about I just give myself up and you escort me out of this country into a private island, give me a little bit of money and you can have all of the oil. And Trump's like, fair deal, right?
That's wild.
So I think Maduro is hiding away on. He's gonna get.
he's hiding away on an island sipping pina coladas, bro.
I think so. That was his retirement plan. He took over the country and then sold it to America, and you know that's his.
That was his out, bro. That was his out.
That was his business plan. He made a business and then just sold all the oil, and he's living La Vida Loca, right?
Living La Vida Loca, yeah, that would be wild, dude.
Right. They're using ChatGPT to ask questions.
Yeah, dude, the ChatGPT questions, bro. You get so many of those.
How can we journal effectively our trades? It's one that we're struggling with. Hey, you wanna take that one, James?
Yeah, I mean,
question.
obviously, I know, Hunter, like for many people, journaling is like cliche and overrated. I personally do enjoy it, but I'm not writing essays. I think the biggest thing why I use journaling, because I'm sure everyone in their trading career is using it to get over losses. When you have a losing day, you kind of just want to write about it, maybe just vent a bit. And, personally for me, I go to the gym and chill, bro. But I think, kind of just using it to see what mistakes you're making and how you can improve. That's basically it. I know, Hunter, what were some of the mistakes that you used to make consistently in the beginning? For me, it was moving my stop loss, bro, when I first started trading 9 years ago.
Moving the stop loss, huh?
That was a big one.
That is a really good one because, it's the second it goes into profit. Like let's say this trade right here, right? It's a really difficult one. Let's say we do go long here and it comes up here, right? There is this resistance, right? But we know, let's say we know the target is up here, for example, right? But you get this resistance and you move your stop loss to break even. Now it comes down and you get commissioned out, right? So you just pay the commissions for no reason, right? And then it goes to the main target. Now this is nicely coming down for you.
Yeah, I'm busy just topping it out. Yeah, previous days highs. We're all coming off previous days highs as well. Sorry, just to interrupt.
All good. Yeah. So for what were one of my big mistakes? I would jump in really early.
Sure.
Now for journaling, guys, what I like to recommend is don't journal what the trade was, unless you're trying to gather data, which I don't think many traders like. I think it's pretty easy to gather data. You can back test, right? So there's two different journaling segments that you do in 2026. Okay, 2026, you got your backtesting journaling, which you're gathering data, right? Once you have the data, then it's all about your live testing, real-time action here. And what you want to do is there is, what is the emotion that you're feeling and what is the mistakes that you're making, right? And then let's say the mistake is you move your stop loss too early, like James said, right? You move your stop loss, you got stopped out, and then it goes straight to your target. Okay, really painful. Well, why did you move your stop loss, right? What is the feeling that you had, right? And then if that means, like, if you write down, I was feeling excited, right? I wanted to lock in a trade, right? Then you can have a data set that tells you every time you had this emotion, every time I got excited, I got stopped out, right? Or 80% of the time I got excited, I moved it forward, I got stopped out. That's what you want to journal. You don't want to journal the trade because it really doesn't matter what the setup is. You only trade one setup. We're smart. In 2026, we're smart, right? We only trade one setup. We only trade one pair. We don't need to know the data, right?
Yeah.
And then from there, you can be like, okay, now every time I get excited, oh, I know this. I'm excited. What do I do? What should I do instead? You know, maybe I'll go chase a dog or something because I'm excited. You know what I mean? Like that might be a better plan.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, I agree. I think too many traders, though, they make the same mistake over and over again and they expect different results. That's just what I've seen from myself, like over trading, over risking, all the same stuff, you know?
Yeah, so that's another one. Like what would, let's say, James, let's play a scenario here. You you go into a trade, right? You're on a Maven account and you think it's a really good setup, right? And you over leverage and then you blow your daily drawdown, right?
Sure.
Right. What was the emotion that you were feeling when you entered that trade?
Well, I was being an idiot, first and foremost, probably.
Wow.
But I think you're probably just thinking about the reward, not the risk, you know? Because everyone thinks about how much you can make, but you also got to think about the downside. What happens if news breaks out and something happens and could slide past your stop loss or whatever it is, you know?
Yeah, nice. So let's say your thought going into that was, "Oh, I wanted to win big," right?
Yeah.
Boom.
I wanted to pass in one day or whatever it is.
Boom. And then every time, and then the next time you see that again, you're going to get a couple of these in a row. And then every time you recognize that you wanted to pass immediately, oh, you over risked, and then you blew it. Now
Right.
you got now you got it in your head that you're going to start training your brain that every time you want to win quickly, you lose money, right? So you're gonna have a habit that'd be like, oh, I'm scared of that now, right? You'll ultimately get scared of over risking as the result of that.
Yeah. I mean, you got to be comfortable with the risk that you take. You know, I think you always should know what you are risking personally.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Any other questions? Yeah. And any other thoughts on what you guys want to see more of on the stream in 2026?
Yeah.
See Nasdaq's coming down a little bit. I like the shorts, bro, personally. That's
a little bit of a range there. So this is
Yeah.
a question here. One sec. If leverage trading was banned tomorrow, okay. If leverage, so I read this immediately as if you could use infinite leverage. So, but if leverage trading was banned tomorrow, how would you change your crypto trading strategy? We can look at crypto as well. Now I think he's saying if we couldn't use leverage anymore, so it's spot trading. Well, I'll give you an answer. It wouldn't change because I don't use leverage.
Sure.
I just buy. I literally just buy. I don't even use an exchange. I just buy and then hold it cold storage somewhere. That's it. And then sell.
Yeah.
Sell only when it comes to these really high highs. Now, Bitcoin, do you have any opinion? You don't trade Bitcoin, do you?
I don't trade Bitcoin. I do hold it. Started to do a little bit more thanks to you from last year, but yeah, don't really trade Bitcoin. I've probably taken I took a couple of trades on Bitcoin last year, I must say, but don't really day trade it. I prefer to just trade the indexes or stocks, but it's a lot easier.
Yeah. Again, my opinion on Bitcoin is
It is coming down there. Wow,
the pessimist one. A really interesting BTC inverse. I want to show you guys something. Inverse. Wait.
Inverse Jim Cramer.
Exactly. Invert. Wait, did I spell that right? Yeah, Silas. Inverse Bitcoin. What's the can you help me with this? What's the inverse?
Yeah, what inverse?
I think there's a way to do the inverse. Wait,
let me go to famous ChatGPT.
Here you go. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna do something here, right? And if you guys ever, because I know this is Bitcoin, right? And everyone wants to be a moon boy in Bitcoin all of the time. So I'm gonna go to a different fresh chart of Bitcoin, right? We're just gonna go Bitcoin futures here, okay? And I'm gonna clear it, and then we're gonna go here. I'm gonna, and this is actually an interesting thing too. You can do is just clear everything. What does your instinct tell you is going to happen, right? If you just clear everything, right? And your instinct is usually pretty good here. So what does your instinct tell you is going to happen on this chart, right? Now it's interesting because it changes your brain. It allows you to completely reset your mind, right? So what I'm seeing is overall it's down, right? So this thing's just trending down, but you have this massive rally back up, right? So to me, when I'm looking at this and you've got a failure here, right? To me, what I'm seeing is, this potentially coming like that, right? And then all this sort of liquidity above here, right?
Do you think Bitcoin goes to like $1 million per coin, personally?
Oh yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I think Michael Saylor has a famous quote here. He says it's either going to go to 1 million or 0. And he's like, and I don't think it's going to 0.
Sure.
So because it's not going to just not go up, right?
Fair enough.
So I'm wondering if the viewers at home see the same sort of thing that I'm seeing. Is you've got a really, really strong momentum move to the upside here on this inverse Bitcoin chart, right? So this destroys your 1 second. My cat really wants to go out. Meow meow.
Let's see if there's any other question.
It's wet. Go on. Go on. He'll be back in 5 minutes. Yeah. This destroys all of your biases when you invert it like this, because it's something you've never seen before, but it's the same chart, right? So
sure.
An interesting thing, because I used to be the moon boy that always thought it would go up. And what I would love is to see Bitcoin. Let's get this away. A little bit cheaper, honestly. And I know nobody wants to hear that, but I think 2026 is a bearish year for Bitcoin. Overall, I think it'll be down here at some. We think it'll be down here at some point.
Down to like 60K.
Yeah. The lowest I see it going is this yearly level, which is 46K, right? And a lot of people don't like to hear that, but if I bring you back in time to the wild days of crypto,
wild ways.
BTC USD. Oh, I don't want this. There you go. Oh, that was probably why. Okay, Coinbase. Is it Coinbase? No. BTC USD. Oh wow, they don't really have. Anyways, we can look at 2020, and people really did not like exactly, you know, it's potentially the exact same thing as last cycle, right? You got this high, right? Oops.
Yeah.
You got this high, come back down, make a new high, and then regain that range, and then a failure, right? You have this little dead cat bounce here before breaking the new low, and then super bullish, right? Now, exactly the same thing that's happening, in my opinion, is, and this was the previous sort of cycle, right? So this is the previous sort of cycle this time, right? You've got that rally up, break the high, right? Regain this zone, right?
Yeah.
Reject off this area and come back here, right? Um, but
So you think Bitcoin is going to be bearish this year? What do you think about stocks?
I think they're
If you
completely not correlated, right? Um,
yeah, stocks and Bitcoin. Yeah. But do
they,
you think bullish here for stocks?
yeah, yeah. If I had to give a shot in the dark out of nowhere here, the stock market, in my opinion, is in going into a bit of a bubble.
Yeah. Overvalued a
So
bit.
yeah, with AI and all that jazz, right? Um,
Sure.
I think NVIDIA is carrying the whole load of everything.
Yeah.
And I think NVIDIA is doing some funny business, as I think they're doing like cyclical buying of their own stocks. Basically, they're giving chips out to AI companies. The AI companies then invest in NVIDIA, and it's a cyclical thing. And I don't think that's legal. I think that's an issue. Um, but I'm not a lawyer, so I think at some point that's going to come crashing down, and this is probably mid-year when OpenAI goes public. OpenAI is claiming an insane IPO, and I think there's no chance that they could possibly be making enough money to be valued at. They're shooting for $1 trillion on IPO,
Oh,
and there's no freaking way OpenAI is worth $1 trillion right now,
sure.
right? There's no way. They don't make any money. They
Yeah.
they they they
Yeah.
they sell subscriptions for $10, right? To a chat service, right? Basically a faster Google engine, right?
Sure.
S So what is Google's it's like Netflix to me, right? They have a
Yeah.
subscription service.
Remember when
Right.
Netflix dumped on earnings about 2 or 3 years ago? They
Um,
they dumped on earnings. They went from like
here,
400. Well, I think they went from 700 to like 200 or something like that.
70 to 20?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
wow.
that yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, sorry, they did the stock split now. So 700 to 200 at the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was 2022, if I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. A 77% collapse, right? So if Netflix can do it, well, sure, OpenAI can do it, sure, NVIDIA can do it, and that a singular stock crashing down like that, if it's NVIDIA, that's 30% of the Nasdaq. Other people are going to start following suit.
Yeah.
If NVIDIA is going down, then other things are going to go down too. If OpenAI goes down, then all of AI is doing the same sort of thing, right? So
Sure.
um, very, very easy that we see an 80% crash on the Nasdaq at some point in the next few years, right? The the Netflix crash? How fast was that? Because that was really
That
fast.
was dude, it was literally down in one day, and then yeah, dude, it was one day that I don't think the whole crashed, but definitely one day it dropped like 25%.
Yeah, let's look at. Yeah, that's. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, this is the course of like 2 months, dude. That's incredibly fast to drop 80%. Can you
Yeah.
imagine? This is what you viewers at home need to be prepared for. Is the reason why we're telling you these things
You need to
is
manage
not
risk.
so that to be pessimistic and be like, I told you, but rather have cash or cash flow in reserve so that when something like this happens, because it will happen, because it happened in 2022, only a couple years ago, right? These things happen often, right? Have some cash reserves ready. Netflix makes a good product, right? So
Sure.
why would they just crash forever? And that's the great thing about stocks is you have an entity to back it up, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Bitcoin is a little bit trickier because it's speculative, right? Right. There's not really much to, and this is the issue. I can see my cat. You just see
Yeah,
my,
there's no entity, as you said, to back it up. Yeah.
do you see my cat in the background there?
Yeah.
5 minutes. I told you.
5 minutes,
Wrap
bro.
up the stream, I think. Fine, bud. Okay. Meow. Yeah, meow. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Let's wrap up the stream. You don't have anything else, eh?
Yeah. No, all good. But as I said, like I do want to get some insights. Maybe you can put in the Maven Discord or whatever it is. I don't know what channel, but tag us on Twitter. What do you want to see on the stream this year?
Yeah.
Do we have anything planned for next week as of yet?
We'll get another guest on next week. I haven't figured out who yet. Usually we kind of do that last minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, tag us. Make a Twitter post. Tag James Bruce 131 and tag Dumb Money Hunter. If you guys have any suggestions for what things you want to see on this podcast, if you want different guests, if you want more live trading, if you want more giveaways, whatever it is, guys, let us know on there and we'll come up with some ideas. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, James. Okay, guys. See you next week. Ciao, ciao.